Jon Stewart is a bundle of walking contradictions. On the one hand, he makes no bones about exactly how he feels about things at any given moment, delivering his opinions and thoughts to his audience seriously, usually with an eye toward making them laugh, while also hopefully making them question the way the world works. On the other hand, he is a man who hides in plain sight. Stewart is an enigma who shuns the spotlight, and his contempt for certain people and philosophies sometimes makes him so enraged on the show that he starts to shake and spit. "I'm a bitter little hairy man of comedy," he has joked. Actor Denis Leary predicted his friend's progression way back in 1994 during Stewart's first talk show. "John's shown more of his nice guy side so far," he said. "As the show continues, it will get uglier. Eventually, it will just be this raging little Jewish man screaming into the camera." Some days, indeed, that man seems not so far away. At the same time, the man is comprised of a peculiar mix of anger and optimism in almost equal proportions. But the inescapable truth is that Stewart is so damn funny that even the targets of his often caustic observations appreciate his jokes, and even laugh at their own foibles as expressed through his eyes. By his own account, Stewart says he was born with an unorthodox sense of humor that needed to be let out. "I can't remember not being this way," he said. "I can't remember one day thinking, you know what might work for me? Humor. My brother was smart, so there was no way I was going to cop that title in the family, so I naturally gravitated toward another direction of attention. I was the court jester of the family." At the same time, his humor leans toward taking the side of the underdog. "He has this internal barometer of what's right and wrong," said Madeline Smithberg, former Daily Show producer. "He has a very sensitive justice meter. He's just way too smart for that little body." "My comedy is about anything that when I was growing up made me feel different or disenfranchised in any way," he explained. As a result, he developed the tendency to constantly look over his shoulder. "I'm nervous about everything," he admitted. "John is driven by the forces of guilt and shame and fear of being on the outside that give Jews their comic angst," said Ben Carlin, who worked with Stewart on The Daily Show for many years. "John is a neurotic nut," added comedy writer Adam Resnick. Stewart agreed, up to a point. "My comedy is not the comedy of the neurotic," he said. "It comes from feeling displaced from society, because we're not in charge.